Being a marketer's no sweat. You just have to manage dozens of channels, launch hundreds of campaigns, score thousands of leads, and okay, fine, it's a lot of sweat. Unless you have HubSpot's AI-powered marketing tools to help you do all that and more. Get started at HubSpot.com/marketers.
Welcome to Oh and Also, the Friday bonus mini episode of Real Talk with Rachel Autry. This is where I get to slow down, hang out, share a little bit more about what's been happening behind the scenes, whether that's life updates, things I've been loving recently, a random thought I've had and I've been reflecting on. It's a space for me to chat unfiltered about the highs, the challenges, and some fresh insights from my walk with Jesus that have been shaping me recently. Think of it like a casual catch-up between friends, unscripted, full of heart, and perfect for easing into your weekend. So whether you're on a walk, driving, or curled up with your favorite drink, let's dive into this week's Oh and Also. I'm outside on our back porch and it's beautiful. It's 71 degrees here in Birmingham. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. You'll probably hear them in the background. And the boys are napping. And so I'm just outside hanging, resting. We hosted a Halloween little play date party. Maddox called it our pumpkin party because he doesn't love Halloween. It's funny. And it was a blast. It was so much fun. We invited all the boys' friends from Mother's Day out and our neighbors and some of our other mom friends and their kids. And I think there was probably 12 to 14 kids here. It was exactly what you think it would be. It was so fun, but so chaotic. We painted pumpkins, which went exactly how you think it would go with toddlers. We had our bounce house blown up. Oh, we love our bounce house. It's the best investment we made ever, ever, ever. We got the boys the bounce house last year for Christmas, and it was that and Dollar Tree stuff. And it was the best Christmas. They loved it so much. And we've used the bounce house all the time. But we pulled that out, and then we just let them play with any toys they could find and kept the doors open since the weather was so nice. And it was just great. Pulled out some snacks. Went full on with pumpkin theme. And Maddox likes to say, if there's not any, if there's not any balloons, then it's not actually a party. So of course we had a little balloon garland that we made. It was $8 on Amazon. I was okay. So we blew those up. It just was so much fun. But it was interesting because I feel hospitality isn't talked about often enough because people still feel so disqualified from being the house that does the things that we did this morning. And there's no reason why you couldn't also be this house that does this. And there's reasons that probably come to your mind, right? Maybe your space isn't big enough, or I don't know, you don't have children or whatever. But actually, at the end of the day, those are not reasons to not be hospitable. They're just not. And then even more deeply, I got brought into this thought while I was just putting the boys down to rest that I was ooh, this is something that I feel I need to talk about. There is a big difference between hosting and entertaining. Stay with me. So there's an umbrella of hospitality, okay? And both of them fall underneath the umbrella, and both of them have similarities to one another, but at the core, they are certainly different, okay? Hosting is simply having someone over. This does not require your house to be picked up. This does not require a candle to be lit. This does not require for things to be in order or not chaotic. Hosting is just having someone over. Now, here's the difference between a good host and a poor host. A good host is someone who, when they have this person over, simply put, they are hosting them well when the person that comes over feels comfortable. Okay? That's hosting. Now there's entertaining. Okay, the second part of this. It feels educational, but I promise you it's going to have an explosive point at the end, which I really know this is going to bless you because it blessed me. And this is something that I feel took me a really long time to learn. Okay, so the second thing that's under the hospitality umbrella is entertaining. When you are entertaining somebody, you are now responsible for them being entertained, like having a good time. Do they have something to eat? Do they have something to drink? Do they have something to do? Is there something to listen to? Does your house smell nice? Like, are things kind of picked up? Like, are they entertained? And it's really hard for someone to be entertained if they're like distracted or not enjoying themselves, right? So like when you're hospitable by entertaining someone, it's kind of like a whole nother level. Okay, and there is a difference between hosting and entertaining. And I think so many times people just assume that being hospitable and being a host means that you are entertaining. And that is just not true. That's just not true. Like, you don't have to entertain someone to host them well. And to say this nicely, you can also entertain someone without hosting them well. There's a way to do one and not do the other. And sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes that's a bad thing. Here's what I mean by this. Let me give you an example. You know the people's homes that are really easy for you to go to because they just have what you need. And if they don't, they'll help you figure out a way to make your problems work out. Like, you probably are comfortable opening up their silverware drawer to get a spoon to stir your coffee creamer in your coffee. You probably are comfortable like going and getting a glass of water for yourself. You are comfortable, like sitting down on the couch while they're still like doing dishes in the kitchen. Like, or you're comfortable for heck, like doing the dishes for them. That whoever's home you're thinking of when I'm talking about that she or he is a good host. They are a really good host. And it's possible that they could be a really good host and not be good at entertaining if like a big group of people came over. Okay. But that's not what we're talking about. I want to flip the script and say that there are also a lot of people that entertain well that are not great hosts because although they are entertaining you, you're not comfortable. And this is not like a let's bash those people kind of message. This is I don't want to be those people kind of message. I want to be the person who you come over to my house and you can take your shoes off and you can just hang out and you can relax and you know where my blankets are and you can go grab one. And just trying to think if you're cold and you want to go grab a sweatshirt, like I can go grab you a sweatshirt, right? And like, if you want a glass of water, you go get a glass of water. If you only see one more Olipop in my fridge, you can ask and take it. Like, I want to be that woman. And I also want to be the woman that can entertain really well and have a lot of fun entertaining. And I want to be both. I just think it's so possible for us to easily think that we cannot be both or to not consider both. I hope that this is making sense as I'm recording this. Gosh, please make sense of this, Lord. I just want us to be careful to not be entertainers without being hospitable. And I really want to be careful about thinking and assuming that being hospitable means only entertaining, because it's just not the truth. And I think so many times we disqualify ourselves for the reasons I listed at the very beginning, and probably some more that have come to your mind. And that's why that we can't entertain or we can't host. And I'm just here to say, like, maybe you can't entertain. And I'm not asking you to entertain. I'm asking you to host. And they're different. And they're not synonymous. They're not one and the same. I'm just asking you to host people well, be hospitable, open up your door. I think one more thing that I'll add to this is many times we're like, I can't host and I can't be hospitable because I don't have anyone to host over at my home. Or like, I'm not sure even like who I would invite over. Like when you go to, I'm just going to give you some practical examples. When you go to church, when you sit next to somebody, when you say, hey, when you run into a friend, ask them, say, hey, do you have lunch plans? And then be like, no, I really don't. Or they might, I don't know. But like, if they don't have lunch plans, maybe instead of going out and getting lunch, you get lunch to go and they just come to your home. And those are the conversations that have blessed me so much in my own house, have been the ones where they are like spontaneous. We just ate to-go food with like disposable silverware or utensils and like just ate food, and they stayed longer than we ever intended them to. And it was great and incredible. And we got to know each other better. Right. Or like if you're, I don't know, if you lead a small group, or if you don't lead a small group, start leading a small group. Invite your small group girls over. Be like, hey, like I eat dinner, you eat dinner, come eat dinner at my house. Or do you need a quiet place to study? Do you just need a quiet place to come and be and pray? Like, do you need somewhere to do your laundry? Like, come over, like, do your stuff at my house. Like, that is how we can love college friends. I'm thinking even of like single friends. Like, it has blessed me in my friendship with my friends that aren't romantically involved with anyone, or like don't have a spouse, or like don't even have kids, and they come over and they help me with bedtime, bath time, and they're like, I actually love doing this. And I'm like, really? Because I don't, and I really could use your help. And that has blessed us. Like, and again, I'm not entertaining them when they do that. I'm not, like, not most times, whatever. My house is not picked up, and my kids are crazy, and life is just nuts, but like, I just invite them into the chaos. And one of my favorite verses, it's my life verse, it's 1 Thessalonians 2:8. It says, "For I was delighted to share with you not only the gospel of God." I'll say it again. I was delighted to share with you not only the gospel of God, but my life as well, because you have become so dear to me. That is the full verse. And I am always so moved and struck by it, because I'm like, hey, the best way we could bless someone with just a real example of the gospel as believers is to invite them into our reality. Like, invite them into what's real for you. And that dispels and disarms so many lies, so many walls, and it's almost impossible to walk away not more intimately invested in a relationship with that person when you actually open up your home. So we can evangelize by being hospitable, not just by entertaining. And I wanted you to know, because that has blessed me so much. And I look at having people over at my home so much differently. So I hope and I pray that this week you find a way, or this weekend even, as we head into the weekend, you find a way to have people in your home, and you just watch how it blesses you, blesses them, and it blesses your relationship. Okay, love y'all. Bye.
Are you single and navigating the complex world of dating as a Christian? Well, I want you to know you're not alone. I'm Kate.
And I'm JJ.
And together we host the Heart of Dating podcast.
We're here to unmask the ambiguity of dating and help you build a healthy approach to find your person.
Each episode, we tackle tough questions and provide real, relatable advice you won't find anywhere else. And guess what? We hold nothing back.
Yeah, that's right. From heartbreak to hope to real life stories from our listeners, we literally cover it all, bringing you wisdom and insights, and sometimes laughter that everyone needs to thrive in any relationship.
Whether you're single or you're in a relationship, you'll find community and support within the Heart of Dating podcast.
So we're inviting you to join the conversation that's changing the ways that Christians date.
Literally, if you want to make dating better, come join us. Let's do this together.
You can subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, or
find us on Instagram or on YouTube, Heart of Dating, and you can visit our website to learn more at heartofdating.com.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, no, I was talking to them.
Oh.
Yeah, we're supposed to be telling them about our podcast.
Okay, can you start again?
Yeah. Hello, we are Micah and
Sarah,
hosts of the Fortitude podcast. You may know us from TikTok or Instagram, where we love to have fun and bring joy to people.
but we've also been through some life experiences that have tested and strengthened us as individuals and as husband and wife.
Yeah, like grief, addiction, gay husband, miscarriage.
And that's just to name a few, but we believe we are called to share about the ways our faith has pulled us through difficulty and the lessons we've learned along the way.
We're going to be answering your questions and having guests on to talk about relationships, faith, mentality, ultimately all the things in life that make up the human experience.
Because when you're in a tough season, it is so important to know that you're not alone and you are capable of making it to the other side.
You can follow and subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or anywhere you can listen to a podcast.
We love you all and hope each week you will come away encouraged, hopeful, and equipped with something that helps you grow.